All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the San Francisco 49ers. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Let's go. Dings.
They go play action now. Roethlisberger. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 15.
Here we go. Black 80!
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Four down.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. He finds McKinnon, complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Garoppolo looks to throw. It shifts past him, and he's taken down inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down.
I got you. Go ahead. 180! 180!
They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go. 180!
On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. Being chased out left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Letting one go deep for the end zone. Credit the Giants' defense that time in pass coverage. 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So the first points of the night belong to our home team as they're able to take the opening kickoff and at least get 3 points out of it.
Yeah, and that helps the crowd, right? Helps people feel good about why they're there watching this game. They moved the ball well on their opening drive.
This one taken just inside the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Now being hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. And this is going to be 49er football. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
On the toss, it's McKinnon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Gordon. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. '49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11.
6, by 20,
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. That's complete, right around the 8. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jerick McKinnon, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Point after here coming up. And it's no good. He misses the PAT. So file that one away. Could eventually loom large here as the night progresses. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
Let's go.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger to Barkley on the check down. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A first down carry for Barkley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Roethlisberger. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. And Rudolph has it left side. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Give him a couple on the catch. It's second and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
So second and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Now he's forced out left. And he slides to avoid the hit. Scrambling not particularly a Roethlisberger strong suit, but he does get the job done there and gets a first. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. Throw left side complete to Ingram. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants have got it back to a 1-score game. Stephen Hauschka for the point after. Hauschka with the extra point, and that will shave 1 more off this lead. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. Stacy Coley on the return. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
I got you.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Gets this one left side to Pettis. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
Yeah, the Giants ready to come out now. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Quick throw, that's complete on the inside slant. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. Here's McKinnon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
I got you.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Throw right side taken in by Pettis. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. On first down, Garoppolo. And this is caught at the 8. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there at 22. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
21.
They'll run with Clinton. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
In the backfield, standing alone on second and goal is McKinnon. They get it to him running left. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Garoppolo now on third and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Glover Quinn. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. He's going to try and go deep again. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's second and 10. Second and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. Over the middle to Beckham. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Roethlisberger now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here.
Jack 16.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Hey.
Second and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw again is Roethlisberger. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Two minutes to go here in the first half. And the Giants send out their punter now. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. Garoppolo now, 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Got a man right side, it's Sharp. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. On after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do is they run it here. And they'll get him down here at the 23. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout, as he'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure If something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Play action. Now Roethlisberger. Caught left side. It's Beckham. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Throw left side complete. It's Gibson. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Giants. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are in for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Are you looking forward?
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
30 seconds remain in this first half as they come up here 1st and 10.
One, Omaha.
Garoppolo on first down. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Garoppolo, 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Now Garoppolo. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. Now Garoppolo and the Niners will come up and go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On First and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll bring up second down. So we've hit. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Glover Quinn there on the stop. He had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed for a pass. And without that, that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. And this is incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. And now it's third down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. The 13 yards that time at a first.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a first down.
I was going to say on third down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just kind of shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the first.
Wait.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
11. Wait. Go ahead.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty. Now they nab the rookie there for the 5-yard penalty.
So much going through his head. You know it just has to be, right? All of his assignments and realizing every game he plays, one of the better players in the league will be opposite him.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. To throw is Garoppolo. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
That would be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And it's fielded at the 34. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter three.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Let's go.
On second down, here's Barkley. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Let's go.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards down to the 15.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
All right, here we go. Hurry up, let's go. Hey! Show that bench release and go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. Escaping the press, and it's a touchdown for the New York Giants.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Hauschka adds the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10.
Hey, gun. 20, 180.
Now McKinnon. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, got to make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Niners on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Here we go. 180.
Garoppolo. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Gordon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now. He's been terrific so far. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. This will be fielded at the 17. We'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now out come the Giants. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They go play action with Roethlisberger. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down.
Let's go.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. The pitch goes to Barkley. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Let's go, let's go.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Brad, wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot was an outside linebacker type of a guy. Now, as a defensive end, how about the speed that he used to get into the backfield and make the play?
Back now here in Santa Clara. The Giants on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And Ingram holds it in. It's a gain of 19 down to the 19, and it's a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And they'll run it here. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. He'll get it up the middle. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. They come out here in the eye. Gallman will run it. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal.
There are certain drives in the game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
And Hauschka's kick is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Throw right side taken in by Pettis. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Garoppolo to his tight end, Kittle, for a Niner first down. Garoppolo now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Garoppolo. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo to try again on 2nd down. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Looking to throw, Garoppolo to the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Garoppolo, gotta have this one. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Janoris Jenkins with good coverage that time as he was able to get in there and knock it away. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
Here we go.
They go play action here on 1st down. To Barkley on the check down. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And the Giants will kneel it here out of the victory formation. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. And the Giants will kneel it here out of the victory formation. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Giants, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they'll drop down to 1-3. And fortunately for them, they'll have the early bye next week as they return to action in Week 6.